The story begins with one simple broadcast, unscripted, unprepared, but ends with the rumble of tears, speculation, and theories that shook the ARMY world. Yes, BTS's Jimin has finally spoken, and for the first time, his name is juxtaposed with Jungkook in a context that leaves the entire fandom speechless. A few hours after the live broadcast aired, Jimin's short phrase became the subject of global conversation. But not just because of who it was called, but how Jimin said it. A slightly trembling voice, a pause that was too long, and a look that seemed to hold something that had never been said before. Armies around the world instantly captured that moment. The video footage is spread across all platforms from X, Twitter, TikTok, to YouTube Shorts. The sentence, consisting of only a few words, instantly broke through the boundaries of fandom and became a global topic. But interestingly, Jimin did not mention Jungkook's name directly at the beginning. That he spoke slowly, looked down for a moment, then laughed a little as if he were holding something back. Then, in between those slow seconds, a name came out, and the world seemed to stop spinning. Actually, I always felt he was different, Jimin said slowly. That simple sentence became the starting point of thousands of theories. Who is he in question? Why did Jimin say in such a tone, and why did the ARMY know immediately who he was referring to, even before his name was pronounced? In just minutes, the phrase sparked an explosion on social media. The hashtags #Jimin about Jungkook, #Jikook theory, and #different hit us hard are trending globally in more than 40 countries. ARMY shared the clip in droves, slowed down the video, and even analyzed Jimin's voice intonation in search of the hidden meaning behind the sentence. One of the viral comments reads, "It's not just a word. There was a sense behind his voice." Jimin wasn't just talking about Jungkook, he was remembering him. Others added, "Notice the way Jimin lowered his head before saying that name. That's not a coincidence. There are memories, there are emotions, there is something that only the two of them know." The first theory that emerged came from a huge fanbase account, at BTS Memory Archive, which is known for always linking old moments with new statements of the members. According to them, Jimin's speech this time has a connection to the early days when BTS had not yet debuted. In a lengthy post, the account wrote, "Jimin and Jungkook were the last two people to join before debut. They both fought hard, encouraging each other in the midst of tremendous pressure." Perhaps, when Jimin said, "he's different," it was his way of reminiscing about his past struggles with Jungkook. This theory has received great support from fans who have been following BTS since 2013. Some even re-uploaded old photos from when the two were trainees showing how close they were even before the world knew the name, BTS. Although most fans agreed that Jimin was nostalgic, others actually considered his speech this time more than just a memory. Jimin's tone of voice was considered too deep, too emotional to just talk about the past. An account on TikTok with more than 3 million followers even made an analysis of Jimin's facial expressions in slow motion format. In the video, it is clear how Jimin took a deep breath before saying the phrase. Her lips trembled, her eyes sparkled, as if holding back a feeling that she did not want to show. The sentence may be short, but the emotion behind it is too big. The caption to the video, which has now been viewed more than 9 million times, read, "Some fans began to speculate that Jimin might be referring to something more personal, not just a friend, not just a colleague, but someone who is really important to him." What makes this theory even more interesting is the fact that a few days before Jimin's broadcast, Jungkook had a short live on the Weverse platform, where he appeared to be listening to a song full of meaning, a song they had sung together in the past. ARMY directly connects the two moments. Did Jimin watch Jungkook's broadcast? Is that why he's suddenly talking about something that sounds so personal? Many argue, the two moments are not coincidental. It was like they were texting each other on the air, one fan wrote on a Weverse forum, and it is from there that the wildest theories are born, those that make millions of fans dissolve in amazement and curiosity. The name, Jikook, is no stranger to the ARMY. The combination of these two names has long been a symbol of deep friendship, mutual support, and sometimes shrouded in warmth that is difficult to describe in words. But this time, the atmosphere felt different. Jimin's sentence was not delivered in a joking atmosphere, but in a tone that was so calm, serious, and gentle, as if he was speaking from the deepest heart. "I feel like he's always there, even when I can't see him." The sentence, which came minutes after Jungkook's name was mentioned, served as a reinforcement to fans that Jimin's remarks this time were not to be taken lightly. there is a hidden meaning, there is a layer of emotions that has not yet been fully revealed. More surprisingly, some Korean entertainment media began to highlight the moment differently. One of the well-known portals even invited a body language expert to analyze Jimin's expression during the broadcast. According to the analysis, Jimin showed signs of deep emotion when he mentioned Jungkook's name. His shoulder movements softened, his eyes lowered slightly, and his lips pursed. It is a classic expression of someone who is remembering a figure that means a lot to him, said the expert. Korean media immediately made sensational headlines such as, "Did Jimin keep anything about Jungkook? One sentence, 1,000 meanings, Jimin again makes the army wonder." Jikook moments, between unspoken memories and feelings. Not stopping there, the most controversial theory comes from the viral TikTok account at Seoul Theories, which argues that this moment did not happen spontaneously, but was subtly planned by Jimin himself. They highlighted one little thing, the bracelet Jimin was wearing. Yes, a simple silver bracelet that, oddly enough, is identical to the one that Jungkook wore 2 weeks earlier. She wears the same bracelet, then says Jungkook's name while saying, "He's different." It can't be a coincidence, the account wrote, accompanied by a photo comparing the two pieces of video. The post exploded. In 24 hours, the theory was viewed more than 11 million times, sparking lengthy discussions and even a small fan investigation by the army around the world. After the uproar, neither Jimin nor Jungkook made any additional comments. They did not respond to fan posts, did not write anything on Weverse, and did not even appear in public media for several days. It is this silence that actually makes all theories feel even stronger. If there is nothing, why are they silent? Wrote a fan on the Korean community forum. Usually they joke or give light clarifications. But this time, it's quiet. That's not unusual. Army was split into two camps, between those who believed that the moment was just an ordinary emotional reflection, and those who were convinced that Jimin was actually hinting at something bigger. It's something that they've been keeping just the two of them together.